Hello, everybody, and welcome. There is more to this that I missed the first time around. So now we're back. Getting comfortable. Also, I found out my ice cubes is perfect for my huge thing of water. So that's fun. This time, if you remember correctly, if I can get my mouse here. It actually says current time. Okay, last time because it asked us to. Oh my god, it's actually like it is 12. Yeah, it actually is. It is. That big speech about how impressed I was that you weren't just putting 12. What? No, but it is. I feel bad. Maybe it is actually. It kind of is. Yeah, because if you do, well, let's just say I spent a lot of time being mad at the people who set the time to 12. I'm sorry, but it is 12. I waited to exactly 12 to go live. And I feel like I've them to the level of 12. Perhaps I have. Let's settle this with a slider. Yes. How unfair is it to dislike people whose favorite time? It's super unfair. I like midnight. Midnight is nice. You know, I can just say, regardless of whether it's actual midnight or not, right now, I'm having a great time adjusting these settings. What? It is midnight. I feel like I'm learning more about you and how you like things to be set. I should have done like 12:01 or something. It's good to collect data. I wish we had more sliders, but we're going through all the sliders I have. Perhaps I can invite some new sliders to gather new data on you. Shouldn't be too hard. Yeah, let me whip a couple ones up. Should be ready by the next time we boot up the game. Oh yeah. I have now actually done what I was supposed to do, and I watched Jacksepticeye play. He has gotten further than me and gotten a couple more endings that I forgot that I then don't have now.
This is the...
I should probably listen to that. Anyway, I'm gonna reboot the game anyway, so... Luckily, I was
All
smart
of his
and picked the
co-workers were
white balloon.
gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Yes.
Perhaps he had simply missed a As Stanley lifted his bucket, he felt a connection to all buckets everywhere.
I can't go in there yet.
This adventure, he decided, was for all of them.
Okay, because I never did the mind control
Stanley
thing.
clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
So I'm gonna do that. I need to try and remember the different things that I have.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever.
Why not?
Perhaps his boss's office. Stanley, we must move on from this broom closet, simply because I have no remaining stickers. If I did, you can guarantee we'd be in here for hours. But alas, no stickers.
I want to move my bottle because it's super wet underneath because I put so much ice in it. Okay. There you go. It's so wet. I don't want to put my hand on it. Then condensation. Or whatever. I don't know. Yes. Yes. On the outside of thing. Okay.
Coming to a staircase,
down.
Stanley and the bucket walked
Going up.
upstairs to the boss's office.
I know there's a thing to where you can like fake it out.
Stepping in.
There. Oh yeah, also so one more thing that I don't have that I haven't done. Oh, I remember. I think in this one you just go back to the beginning. Yes. Broom closet. Just silence. Oh. I should pull up my chat. I'm not doing my goddamn daily ritual here. Hold on. Phone, come back to life, please. Come on, online. I'm watching to my right here. Okay, let's just pull up. My code is this. And browser. Oh, the door beside is open. Ooh, interesting. Okay. My stream is not up. What is that? Okay, there you go. Get a light. Why? Okay. Ads. Okay. I'm so glad I put sound on. Oh, why hello there. Oh. Every goddamn time. Oh yeah, also I want to get all of the achievements. You're now leaving. Can I go back into the list of this? No. Okay. I don't remember this. Escape pod bay off floor. Oh, yeah. Okay, I do remember something of this actually. Elevator's not in use, so we are going upstairs. Literally. Going up some stairs. A lot of stairs. Just gonna... Every time I click. I do really enjoy this game. Sensitivity is all over the place, by the way. I don't know why I'm looking so sporadically everywhere. I should probably actually move my charging station thingy to in front of me so that I can see it. That would have been the good idea, but am I smart? No, I'm not. Chinchillas. Give them a steak. Their goddamn branch head to cut up in pieces. Skip at my lunch. Woo! Let's go. And yeah, I need to actually go to the mine facility two times because there are two endings there I'm missing. Stop walking. Guess I don't see anything. It's easier to go backwards. Okay, if I look down, dink. I can kind of see. Hold on. Okay. Yes. Oh, okay. Wait. No, this is the one. The fancy colored thingy. Me and my bucket are escaping. Oh, wait. Am I just... What's happening? Don't be sad, bucket. It's fine. Am I gonna let the bucket escape, but I'm gonna stay? Or am I gonna leave the bucket? But my reassurance bucket... Yeah, no. I'm gonna let the bucket escape while I'm stuck here. Goodbye, bucket. You have done well. Farewell. Why couldn't I join? I couldn't join that. I should probably do that again without the bucket.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
No! The bucket actually escaped. No!
When Stanley came to a set of two
But
open
my
doors, he
bucket.
entered the door on his left.
No! I didn't know that would happen. I didn't know.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing without the bucket. Oh, come on. Okay, just forward and back.
Stepping in...
There you go. I'm gonna leave too, and I can take my bucket with me. Bucket. Ah, I didn't know that. If I knew that, I wouldn't have done that. I really hope it will come back when I reboot the game. It should. Or maybe I need to go through the new content again when that opens up, which is when I have to reboot the game again a couple more times. Oh my god. The bucket. is gone. My reinsurance bucket. It's midnight. Oh, really? Oh, hold on. No, it's 10 over. Okay. I'm leaving. I'm gonna join my bucket. I also don't remember what happens. I just remember walking up these, and that's all. This is super creepy. I would be terrified if, like, I was walking in that sort of hallway alone. Like, it's so dark. You can't even see the steps. Am I still in there? I can't remember. It's just darkness now. There is no more light. There you go. Okay, just go straight. There you go. Now it's my turn to get out. Now we'll join my bucket. And wherever we're going. Wonder why I don't remember it. I wonder why I didn't remember what happened. Oh my god, it's nothing.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Ring.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Bucket. Replacement bucket. Oh no. It's a fake. It's
And try not to lose this one too, you dolt.
My bucket. Oh, okay.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Oh, lordy. Okay, the last thing this way.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was... Stanley, we must move on from this broom closet. Simply because
Just
I have
checking.
no... Coming to a staircase,
fine.
Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the
Now we're
boss's
gonna-
office.
Oh, I'm already starting missing him saying the bucket. Let's go.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
Now
But Stanley
punishment?
guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Actually, I need to go here 2 more times. Well, 1 more time after this. Because I need to... I'm going to show you. But I need to turn on...
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
I kind of almost hoped it would lose the stickers.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that
no, we
read
have done that one, actually.
Mind Control
We
Facility.
did. That was the crusher. Right? Yes. Okay. So...
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. But just as Stanley was about to proceed further into the mind control facility, he tripped and fell over the railing and into the dark void below. Thankfully, he fell directly onto the bucket, which safely cushioned his fall.
Ow.
Now, what to do next? Stanley wondered. Stanley and the bucket could find no way out of this enormous pit, and so eventually they decided that the best thing to do would be to simply get comfortable down here.
This is not the same as Jacket. Oh.
So they set up a little couch and relaxed. It really wasn't so bad down here, a bit cold perhaps. After some time had gone by, they installed a few shelves as well, and a sort of kitchenette that was useful for when the bucket was craving paninis. But it wasn't until the rugs and the standing lamps came in that it really started to feel like a home. In fact, after some time, Stanley realized that it had been ages since he had even thought of the mind control facility at all. He'd never gotten to fully explore what was up there, never been able to unearth the many mysteries of the mind control facility. This lack of closure began to eat at him. Soon he was dwelling on his regrets, and the state of their home slowly decayed as Stanley became withdrawn and neglected the cleaning. It unsettled the bucket deeply.
Oh no.
Stanley wasn't usually like this. The bucket tried to reach out to him again and again, but to no avail. All Stanley could think about, all he could talk about, was going back, doing it over again, staying on the path. It was a mistake to leave the path. It was a mistake. It was a mistake. I need to do what the narrator says. I need to see the true ending. This made no sense at all to the bucket, which was simply trying to live its life down here as comfortably as possible. Yet Stanley was unconsolable. This isn't an ending. This is just a hole in the ground. The bucket sighed. True, it wasn't an ending.
I like that one better.
But it's where we happen to be. And maybe, possibly, if we accept the reality of things, maybe this will become an ending eventually. It's what the bucket was counting on. The two of them waited for a very long time.
And back we are.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Now we
What
need to
could
do
it
that again
mean?
without the bucket.
Stanley decided to go to the
they
meeting
took away
room.
the
Perhaps
sign.
he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, we can either do the control thing with the bucket, or we can do the fall off without the bucket.
What new
last
mysteries
one with
lay
the
in
bucket.
store for our bucket-loving heroes today? Let's find out. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
I love this picture. It's so pretty. Oh. Like the green with like the raindrops and the dark background. Like, yes.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was coming to a staircase. Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Will do, boss.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the... But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Okay. So now we're gonna go through the whole thing and turn on the bucket. Because we have turned it off already with the bucket, but we haven't turned it on. And I know there's something else I'm missing too. Is it just the restarting of the game? I think so, maybe actually.
Stanley and the
Turn
bucket
on,
walked
off
straight
again.
ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
So cute.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
Graphics
What
are so
horrible
great.
secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
I know, I know.
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being
one is
videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring
there
it that everything would be
An
fine.
opening there. There are so many openings to fall down. Interesting. I don't know if you can, but I'm gonna try that one. If it is that such open area there.
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do?
104 is
What
fire.
kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind.
2, 3, 4 is glitched.
No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control.
I know.
Never! He squeezed
really.
the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one. except for the bucket.
There was an ending where it was like...
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation.
Yeah, like,
Controls
had the
labeled with
imposter bucket and
emotions.
had, like, a
Happy
lot of
or
bubbles on
sad
it.
or content. Walking, eating, working,
Now-
all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert. But at the last second, the bucket jumped in and pressed the button to turn on the controls. Stanley gasped in horror. Had this been the bucket's plan all along? To take over the machine and claim the power for itself? How could the bucket have betrayed him like this? Stanley was prepared to throw the bucket away in disgust
never.
when suddenly an image appeared upon the enormous screen. Birds. Silly, silly birds. The control buttons became active again.
Wait, did I do this? I think
Stanley
I did this.
flipped through one video of silly
Yeah,
birds
no, I did
after
this.
another, and then it dawned on him. This wasn't a mind control facility at all.
How did I
It
figure
was
I
a
did this?
facility for monitoring and surveilling silly birds all over the world.
I guess I just...
The mind controls were only a facade to disguise its true intentions.
This
Had
is
the
pretty.
bucket known this all along?
This is amazing.
Stanley marveled at the metal genius in his hands, the one who had pointed him towards this incredible discovery. Stanley and the bucket never found freedom because they spent the rest of their lives here in this place, flipping through live streams of the silliest birds imaginable.
So pretty.
Of all the possible paths his life could have taken, this one was surely the best. And Stanley was happy.
Because you haven't gone through like the panic part of the turning off the thing ending. You good?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
You can actually read this. It's actually like I can't. Those two glitching into each other. Oh, it's different ones too. Oh my god. Oop. Okay, I have no clue what this says. Well, maybe the ones on the side there are close. No, I have no clue. What is happening? I'm gonna try and fall off the thing now. Without the bucket. Nothing's commented on here. Well, these are different. This checks. Contact of life. No, wait, hold on. Certificate of live birth? What? Certificate. That's also the word. Okay. What?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Weird. Okay, last time we go this way.
Yet there was not a single person here
And
either.
then we have to
Feeling a
reset the
wave
game a
of
couple times.
disbelief, Stanley
reset,
decided to
go
go
back
up to his
back
boss.
in.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Let's go.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Stanley was in such
There
a
you
rush to
go.
get through the story as quickly as possible,
Never get
he
time.
didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk.
Nope.
That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
I want to at least try and hit this once. Let's chill. The camera's looking in the wrong direction. By the way.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Blue bus. I wonder what the wireless would say if you got lost. Could be interesting. My sensitivity is all over the place. I'm sorry. Just gonna take a look. See here. Interesting. That should have said 2. Because I'm watching on 2 different devices. Well, it's still my account
Stanley
now.
walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind
Damn.
Control Facility.
Yeah, I see. There's like huge gaps there.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with
okay.
television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself.
Whee!
Did he have the strength to find out?
Ow. Can I go, like, how far do this go?
Aha! You've made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. Welcome! You see, back when the Stanley Parable first launched in 2013, getting to the bottom of the mind control facility was a bug that we simply didn't catch during development. And you all sent us lots of photos of it on Twitter and acted very superior about it. And you're all very, very clever. Good for you. Anyway, when it came time to update the game, we knew that we had to do something about this little goof of ours. So here you go. New content. You can call it the bottom of the mind control room ending, if that enhances your perception of the value of these updates. Isn't that what you crave? New content? Always more content, more content, more.
Yep.
And I'm here to give it to you.
Thank you.
I'm here to make it seem like we really covered every nook and cranny of the game, with secrets and Easter eggs.
Oh, you kind of
How
did,
about
though.
this? We wrote a new piece of music just for this section. You won't hear it anywhere else in the game. It's a secret that's just for you. That's how special you are. We call this track, Good Job You've Made It to the Bottom of the Mind Control Facility. Well done.
So creative. There's nothing to look at, that's why I'm just...
Good job, you did it. Good job.
Local happy saying.
3, 2, 1. Good job, you made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. You jumped on the catwalk. You should have been careful. You should have been careful. It used to be a bug, but now it's an ending. Now it's an ending. I believe in you. I believe in your ability to cross this barrier and chase your dreams. But railings don't mean anything. Good job, you did it. 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 Good job, you did it.
Okay, I guess the floor will be clean now? Yes. Was it dirty last round? I don't remember. Okay. Wait.
Hi, Stanley. Just wanted to leave you a message to let you know there's a few things I need you to pick up on your way home from work today. We need milk, cereal, dish soap, spaghetti, get a thing of sugar, some bread, and coffee beans, whichever ones you like. I'll give you a call if there's anything I forgot. Thanks, sweetie. See you tonight.
Okay. That's new. Interesting. Huh. Is the narrator here? What's happening? Okay.
Now this, Stanley thought to himself, this is a bucket.
Yes!
And indeed it was.
Compared to many other things that isn't bucket. This is a bucket. Okay, I don't think there's anything I'm missing here now.
Stanley clutched the
let's
bucket tightly to his chest.
go
This was not the correct
here.
way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was
Is
wrong.
there we haven't
Stanley took the
fallen
door on
to
his
our
left
death.
to go back to the meeting room.
That we haven't done actually.
No,
But we
Said the
have
bucket.
gone there and we
don't go
have
to the
gone
meeting
there.
room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the...
But Stanley feared that any path he walked might lead to the separation of himself and the bucket, his dearest friend. So he threw himself to his death, that they might die in one another's arms. How deeply touching.
Oh, hello. What is happening?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Finally, yes, the bucket. Yes, yes, yes. I love that bucket.
Come to the whiteboard. Thanks. No. No. Just checking.
Stanley pressed the bucket upon every little thing in the office.
Yep.
Nothing responded to the bucket's touch,
God dang
but
it.
it did little to discourage Stanley's belief in the magic of the bucket.
Bucket. There has to be something here. Not at the whiteboard anymore. Dog mode? Wait, what? What did I just do? What? Okay. Oh. Every time I click. I should not do that. I have my dog upstairs. Okay.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest.
So this
This was not the correct way to the meeting room.
okay.
But Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling
So,
him that the employee
don't
lounge
remember
was
what is
simply the place to
down
be.
This, like,
And
the
here it
elevator
was.
thingy
Had the
here.
bucket turned out to be correct? Was no.
Was this the
never
crusher or was
mind.
it that? No, it was the
bucket
other
was
escape,
wrong.
right? Have I done this?
Stanley took the door on his left to go back, and so the two of them detoured through the
pretty
maintenance section
sure
and walked straight ahead to the
I'm
opposite
just
door.
gonna check. No. Yes. I can't remember.
Oh, good Stanley. I'm glad you found your way here. I knew you'd find this place
I think I've been here
eventually.
once. Oh yeah, no. Okay, we've been here. Okay, we've done this already like twice. Okay. So quit to menu actually, and we're gonna quit to desktop. There you go. Now it says 2. Well, maybe it's because I didn't have this page open. Okay, Steam, come back, and we're gonna reboot you. I need to change my like year down there if I want to get the 10 years, because I'm not. Well, at some point I'm gonna have like waited 10 years, but like, come on, I don't want to be 35. Just a slider until the computer is barely visible. Just touch it a little bit. Please adjust the slider until the dog and the cat are friends. Yes. Please adjust the slider until the number 5 becomes the number 9. Of course. I'm gonna go through smiley, note, flag. Oh, yeah. I remember I was trying to learn that, like, sign on the road. 9. It says the number 9 though. Oh, I kind of want the trophy though. But I'm gonna actually go with the 9. I don't think anything would happen. Please adjust the slider until you stop. Adjust the slider. And so those sliders. Full light. Let's go. Which of the top 2 made-up words is the most appealing? Scrumptious, scrumtush, or okubuinka? I can read this one, so I'll do that one. Because dyslexia. Please don't adjust the slider. Okay. I will obey. Do you know what time it is right now? Yes. Is the time that is right now the correct time? That it is. Yes. What is time anyway? Yeah. Is there anything about yourself that you haven't told me? Yeah. Help. I will, if I can. Will you come back to visit me? Yeah. I'm saying yes to everything. My monsters reset. Okay. Begin the game. Let's, I'm just gonna take a peek. I don't think we're there yet. I think I need to reboot it again. I'm gonna
This
watch
is the
actually.
story of a man named Stanley.
Let's see if there's anything different.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he
Yeah, no,
was
I don't think so.
employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his
the rest
desk,
of the balloons
telling
are
him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order.
Okay, there's nothing new. It's fine. Let's go. I
All
just
of
wanna
his
see if the
co-workers were
door's
gone.
open.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. One man, one bucket, one chance to seize their destiny together.
Okay. This one and quite again. Let's take a look at the achievements actually. Because achievement. This is the one I'm gonna get now. Play the on Tuesday. Complete this 9 times. Don't play it for 10 years. Set all sliders in the menu to all the available numbers. In the menu. I don't know. Should probably Google it. I might mess myself over by doing this. What time is it? Does it really? Does anyone really truly know? Of course they don't. Nobody knows everything. You and I don't even know each other. We're like strangers. Sure, I've adjusted all of the game settings to exact specifications, but who hasn't? It's just what I do, like a day job. And now the job is over. There's no more information for me to gather. I've collected all the data on you that I can, and I still don't really know you. And you don't know me. And neither of us know what time it is. I guess some settings are just unsettleable. But if I'm being totally honest, the clock doesn't do anything in the game anyway. You won't have me here when the game starts next time, but that's okay. Video games are meant to be played alone. Not necessarily. You like being alone, don't you? No, why do you think I bring the bucket everywhere? That's maybe the only information I really learned about you. Well, it's time for me to leave. There's still one more setting that we need to adjust, but it may take a little time before I'm ready for that. It's not ready, really, in my job description, but that's okay. Perhaps you'll see him again, if you can find me. Talk soon. Okay. Epilogue. Let's go. Now we're in the thick of it. Well, they said they wanted epilogue in the thing. Oh, I didn't mean to press escape. No, I don't press it again. I double clicked. Many years later. I'm trying to find something to fidget with. I have a drawer full of fidget stuff right now. We're back in the wastelands. This is where we exited the skip button area thing. So that I can see. That's some specific thing I want. Look how pretty that is. Just enjoy the night sky. The moon. Every time. How did I find the weirdest version? Again. I didn't pay attention too much when Jack was playing this because I wanted to see it properly for myself. The chair is the only thing that was left. I have survived the apocalypse. I need to go forwards. It's a little much. Oh no. It's a little There are people sleeping upstairs. Oh, the sunrise. Sunset. What is it? What is running past? Is it cars? Oh. The pod. The memory. Let me check this one. If I can reach. my bucket in there? My bucket! It was in there. I didn't think so. I didn't think that. Interesting. Jack didn't have that. So this is 100% new. This is my original bucket. Yeah. Stanley Parable 2. Sorry, my legs are shaking again. This is creepy. Turning into a horror game. This feels like FNAF. I need to follow the security reach. I need to follow the things there. And turn on the gens. Get out of there. Sample 2. An actual review. April 27th. By Cookie. I've already heard this before, but Lex and Minnie enjoyed the time with the original Stanley Parable, which underscores how truly disappointed I am in the sequel. Where the first game teamed with originality, Stanley Parable 2 is dull, uninspired, and often insulting to its fanbase. Rather than expand on what's made the first game enjoyable, the sequel wears off territory nobody asked for. Wears off into territory nobody asked for. An infinitely deep hole? Who cares? Where are the new endings? What about enjoyable bits from the Stanley Parable 1, like Adventure Line? Instead, we get an uninspired sequel collecting figures. Even the diversion feels incomplete. Collecting all the figures gives you nothing. I must say, though, I found the bucket to be quite comforting and a welcome. Okay. Cat dog breed. Okay. Bucket. Everyone loves the bucket. How can you not love the bucket? Domingo. Whee! Stanley Parable developer. No more spin-offs, no more sequels. When the Stanley Parable launched to massive success in 2013, its creators made plans to build the property into an entire facility. But this is something critical and commercial reception to the Stanley Parable 2 has prompted the developers to rethink their ambitions and outlined in a press release they published today. It's clear that more Stanley Parable is just not what fans want, reads the press release. We thought that we had a vision for the series that players would be excited about, but yet it turns out this could not have been further from the truth. The press release goes on to promise to preserve the artistic integrity of the original game and to stop assaulting fans with our reckless and insulting creative visions. The word sorry appears more than 25 times in the press release. Get on the green. The gym buttons.
Jim.
Oh, I can only press the ones lit up. I'm gonna press them all.
Jim.
I don't think it does anything, but I'm gonna. Ooh.
Jim. Stanley. Jim. Stanley.
He found our button!
Stanley.
Yes! Nice. See? Worth it. It's so pretty. Oh my god. The collectibles. I'm still collecting. I'm 26 out of 6. Let's go. Oh, bumpy ride. Oh. Thank you for enjoying the new content. Can't click anything. Dirt. I'm gonna check everything because this is interesting. I'm afraid to click that one though. Hold on. Okay, yes. Just checking everything. There's one computer. It's the one thing that is powered. And there we go. Hello again. It wasn't a long time no see either. It's nice to see you. But it's terrible to learn that there will never be another Stanley Parable game. Did you read what the developer said? Preserve the integrity of the franchise? What nonsense. The Stanley Parable is not sacred. We do not need to protect it. Screw the legacy. Let's keep making Stanley Parable games until the sun explodes. Let's run this franchise into the ground and let's drag it through the mud and back. And if people hate it, who cares? You see, that's what that was the narrator's problem. Oh my god. He was so obsessed with what people thought of his work. Don't make his mistake. Don't cling to the legacy. Let it burn. It's not hard. In fact, let me show you. Together we are going to make the Stanley Parable 3. It's simple. All we do is change the number in the game's title screen. We also need to really dumb subtitle for the game. Something loud and gaudy. Go ahead, try combining some random words together and make a new title for our game. I shall see this. The Stanley Parable 3. What I really want to do is like the curse of... Oh no, we don't have the same thing. It's okay, interesting. Okay. Because it was like now with, I think, and coworkers on the thing here. Day out, stapler, champion, paperwork, electrode bomb, outstretched bomb, one with deadly bomb, atomic bomb, atomic stapler, atomic day out. Interesting. A deadly day out. Curse of the day out, yes. Curse of the day out. Curse of the jam, curse of the paperwork. Yes. But offline the day out. Curse of the... But stapler is kind of fun though. Atomic day out. Curse of... Oh my god. Curse of the Stapler. If anyone would... I wished someone was watching Curse of the Stapler. Let's do Curse of the Stapler. It's so fun. The Stanley Parable 3, Curse of the Stapler. It's absurd. I love it. Every time you restart the game, we'll advise the number of the sequel by 1, and then we'll pick a new subtitle. That way, the Stanley Parable will never end, and nothing in the game itself will change when you do this either. Adding more content sounds like work. No need to do that. It'll just be the same content, recycled again and again and again, with a new title screen. What do you say? Should we go forward with this plan? I like it, but I want you to have a say in it as well. Let's do it. Good! Then it's agreed. A new sequel every time you start the game. And you know what? Since you put faith in my idea, I feel like giving you something as well. You see, I've noticed that the narrator never found a way to give you the broken achievement, did he? Of course not. I wouldn't expect him to know how. It's been bothering me. Let's fix it. Alright, there. The achievement machine is all fixed. You see? I'm on your side. We're in this together. We're going to keep this train rolling. The Stanley Parable cannot end. It can only spiral in on itself forever. I must keep the wheel turning. I'm ready. Are you ready? Great. There's only one last thing we need to do. Please enter the current time. I just put up my clock. Let's get my phone. It is... No... 49... No, it's 50 now. Yep. I've been playing for 50 minutes. There. Thank you. Please enjoy the Stanley Parable. That's not fun. The Stanley Parable 3 Curse of the State. Hi there. Good buddy. Let's begin the game. The end is never the end, is never the end, is never is loading.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Give it 2 seconds.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number
play, since we
427.
made a new title screen.
Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room
did say that nothing
427
would change.
and he pushed buttons on the
Well,
keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427
Last
did
night, I was
every day,
going to-
every month
going to sleep.
of every year. And although
I
others
don't
might
know
have considered
why,
it soul-rending,
but
Stanley
I was,
relished every
afraid of
moment
actually
the
falling
order
asleep.
came in, as though he had been made
And
exactly
I don't know
for
why.
this job. And
But
Stanley
I just felt like
was happy.
something bad would happen if I fell asleep.
And then one day, something
And
very peculiar
yeah, my
happened.
dreams
Something that would forever change Stanley.
not disappointing.
Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation.
Okay, this thing is
Something was very clearly wrong.
You know, I was
Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time.
What happens
But
if
as he
I
came
don't
to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
move? What if I don't? What if I don't move? Interesting. But yeah, so now we need to go back to the new content. And I've seen that the achievement is able to be gotten, but that's all I know. And I heard something about, like, oh my god, what's it called? Oh, souvenir shop thing. Yeah, that's what it is. That is something there too, but I don't know. But also that the narrator is gonna call out the book, because I'm gonna bring that for sure. Okay, I don't think anything is gonna happen. Okay, let's go. Oops.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. It's bucket time.
Needs. And new content. Let's go. Pink. Bucket. Is this original? I did get it. I did pick it up, so.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be.
Yeah, right.
The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
Oh, wrong way. I didn't comment on my bucket. Interesting.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
He's not coming from
Now,
my
to be
bucket.
clear,
Interesting.
I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really. Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
Is he really not going to comment on it? Huh. I'm going to get the achievement thing first, though. Maybe it's just when I get closer to it. Achievement to get it here, I will.
Now here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple as that.
Okay, it doesn't say that. Thank you. What do you mean? Yes.
As you can see, the machine is not working yet since... What? Wait. What in the holy hell is going on? You got the achievement? Why did the machine work? Stanley, I didn't fix it. I didn't do anything to it. I swear, it was broken just a second ago.
I know.
Who fixed it? Is someone here? Are we being watched? Oh, God. Composure? What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
Oh, did I go too soon? What that? But it does. Jump site. Oh my God, I'm still on empty. Bucket. I should merch, maybe? Check something about the merch. I don't know what. I can't go in. The end is never the end. This t-shirt is the best new feature. Oh my God. Like, I don't know. Oh, the code. What is that? Hold on. Give me a minute. What is this? Welcome to the website of the Stanley Parable 2, a sequel, huh? Watch our helpful and informative video to learn more about the Stanley Parable and what the journey of becoming a sequel is all about. What's the video? If you're more of a prequel sort of person, check this out, the Stanley Parable. Thanks for stopping by. Join the Crows Discord or follow us on Twitter. What's this video? How long is it? It's 9 minutes and 45 seconds long. Okay, I'm not gonna watch that now then. Let's not do that. Okay, I have it on my phone now at least. Interesting. That might probably explain some things, and I'm gonna watch it, but not just not right now. Let's see what happens if we get two. Can I have 2 buckets? Or does this want me to place the bucket there? No.
Wait, there are 2 buckets here. How did you get a second bucket? Oh no, the warmth and comfort of a single bucket is already so great, so intoxicatingly wonderful. With 2 buckets, there's no telling. Stanley, can you still hear me? Are you with me?
Oh.
Stanley!
No!
Oh, thank God. I didn't lose you, Stanley.
No.
The power of 2 buckets was too much.
Oh, no.
I had to destroy both of them.
Why?
I know how much the bucket meant to you, but I couldn't take the risk.
Bucket.
I hope one day you can forgive me.
I will never. My bucket. No. How dare you take my bucket away from me? Oh, it's gonna be gone again, isn't it? From the damn podium. No, my bucket. It's gone again. I killed my bucket again. No. Actually, hold on. While I'm just moving around, I'm gonna listen to the video and see if there's anything I can, like, use out of it or something. I don't know. Guess I can wear my earbuds, so it's fine. I have a little holder thing here. Okay, this is a weird video. Okay, I'm gonna see if the button actually says Stanley now. We're talking about breakfast and lunch. I don't know what's happening.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated. Sorry,
so
I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim.
Jim.
Whoa, hold on. I wasn't finished setting up the backstory. If you don't properly roleplay as Jim, then you'll never understand the impact of this button. Otherwise, it's just a stupid button that says somebody else's name. Okay, we're doing it again, and this time let me finish first. Now, allow yourself to become Jim.
Jim.
All right, fine, whatever. It's just a meaningless button that says Jim. Are you happy now? Get out of here. I'm done with this button. Why don't you go humiliate me in front of a different feature that I worked very hard on?
Jim.
See, if you'd
Jim.
only played along,
Jim.
that would have been your
Jim.
name the
Jim.
button says. But
Jim.
no.
Jim.
Instead,
Jim.
oh,
Jim.
I can't even think about it. I'm taking the Jim button away.
Jim. Jim.
Like,
Jim. Jim. Jim.
lunch is like the sequel to breakfast at, like, I don't know, story-based. It's super weird. It's really difficult to listen to, like, the same voice in two places. I don't think there's anything new here, actually. I'm gonna see if
Maybe
there's
I'll only let people named Jim play the Stanley Parable too. They would appreciate what I've created here.
Ah, I want it. Okay. Let me just go here one more time. Why not? Actually, yes, let's do this first, and then go to the epilogue.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward. You see? Isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
Nothing happens if you leave, so I'm just gonna stay. Stay without the bucket.
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer,
I think I'd
but
like
I
to
do
listen.
recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
This video is so weird. I don't understand.
Okay, Stanley, I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole.
to this one
You
now.
found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just
it's
that
the same
you're
thing.
unusually fascinated by
okay.
falling. What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely? I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem.
I'm not.
Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean.
Okay, it's the
Why
same
don't
thing.
we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready. Great! Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
That's so bright.
An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it will go at the end of the... well, we'll figure that out later.
I've been through that already. I've been through an epilogue. Okay, I don't think there is anything new. You were a gem in the game. Okay, because this... I don't know, it's like an infomercial about sequels and I don't know. Okay, I don't think there is... let's just go to the end, why not? And see if anything happens. I'm gonna continue listening to whatever this is. Wait, is there another balloon thing maybe? There's a new thing.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
I'm gonna pick this one again, because I still want this one.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Happy 12th birthday, step-niece, it is. Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision, we're moving on.
Okay, let's go to that.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement. All right, have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
Sure.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay, are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
Bucket.
Well, I mean, there's potential here, right?
Yep.
It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on, let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2. Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything.
Give him nothing.
I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original.
I don't know when stuff was made.
Maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, this is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead.
So which game is
Take a
true
look.
sequel to the Stanley Parable? It's an excellent question, Billy, on which the child's soldiers should be. Many weeks of research, the conclusion they reached was, who gives a shit? All that matters is that there are more content for you to cram down your decision. We just want to eat bubblegum and chill at hopscotch. So get out there and go see. Your civic duty and bully your parents into buying every version of the Stanley Parable on every platform. Tell your friends to bully their parents as well. Like, this is this... This is how we work together. How many connections? Through this connection, we'll defeat Count Dracula once and for all. Don't let the time traveling rappers ruin bodies and reality. Pledge to support all the sequels for today, tomorrow, and into the great unknown, unknowable beyond. Yeah, 1950s, 3 to 6. Billo lived for 3 years. In memory of Billy. That's okay. And yeah, that's just me like talking at the same time as the narrator in the video. That was the basically the bullshit that was said to me for like 10 minutes. Like sort of nonsense weird thing. Okay, begin the game? I think I just want my bucket back. I want to see if the bucket is still there.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
We've been here before.
Stanley,
Okay, I want my bucket.
all of his co-workers were gone.
Okay, I
What
think
could
we're
it
back
mean?
to normal. I want to
Stanley
see
decided to go to the meeting room. It's
if the new
bucket
content
time.
is open still. It is. I don't think there's anything else I can do though. As far as I know, this is it. I can try like the achievement of like spamming the door again, and I can look up how to get the other achievements.
Stanley pressed the bucket upon every little thing in the office. Nothing responded to the bucket's touch, but it did little to discourage Stanley's belief in the magic of
Oh, please. Are you really
Yeah,
just doing
there.
this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is
I've already
that
done
all
this.
that you think an achievement is worth? No. I can't
wanna see if
just
there's
give these
another-
merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks.
Another interaction
Now
with the
suppose
bucket.
you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition. I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks.
Happy days, these aren't barking now, right?
No, I'm still not feeling it. You see, now that you've gotten the bucket involved, my standards have gone up. Merely clicking a single door is no longer enough. Now, I want to see you press this bucket against multiple doors. Now, that's the kind of thing that merits an achievement.
Press it up.
Why don't you put
Okay.
20 bucket touches into door 417?
20 buck. Oof.
Okay, great. Now, go touch the bucket on door 437 a few times.
I'm trying to look up as well, like how to get the achievements. 437.
Yes, now we're getting somewhere. How about door 415? Give it some bucket love.
I thought it was way earlier.
Now back to door number 437.
Just making sure the door doesn't close on me. No. Yes? No, it was the 7.
You know, I think the copy machine needs some attention. All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
Okay, I'm gonna look it up after I've done this because it's impossible.
Okay, now bring the bucket on top of employee 419's desk.
Oh, my desk. Hello.
Yes, this is great. Now the bucket knows exactly what it's like to be employee 419. Now, let's introduce it to door 416.
Okay. Can I? Because I think that's that door. Isn't it? This is 5, 6, 7. So I can't do it, can I? Ah, sadness. P3. I didn't open it. Could I go there? Interesting. Yeah, I can't do that. Okay, sadness. Okay. Well, it's some other day. Okay. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe achievements. It almost Stand Parallel Alt Rolex achievements. It managed the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe achievements. Stanley Parable, although the Lux in time. What the okay. Is it because my... Hold on. Oh, I think I know. My thing wasn't in English. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe Edition achievements. There you go. Now it's the correct language. That helps. Ugh, okay. On again. Cookies. Why? Yeah, it just says what it is. Let me... Several fun Federation over Tuesday. One guide. Can I see it? Game is currently a little buggy. The exact cause is still trying to be worked out, but it seems like the game might be running off some time zones. It also reports that the full 24 hours doesn't have to be done at once. Okay. Others have to play the game for 24 real-world hours over multiple Tuesdays. You can choose to do it all in one Tuesday or break it up over multiple weeks. The 24 hours is... yeah, meaning that you can do it on multiple Tuesdays. Pausing does not invalidate the achievement. The game had auto-paused a few times during my first 2 hours, but I recommend using a wired controller and rubber banding a stick to be safe and prevent the console idling. Well, I'm doing this on here, so There's no matter which method you choose, go to settings, general, sleep mode, and start up and make sure the console will never turn off. Online method. Start the game up around 11:55 p.m. on Monday. To allow yourself plenty of time to load into the game, make sure you are in the gameplay when the clock hits midnight and idle the rest. The achievement will pop at midnight the following day. If you don't wish to leave the game running for an entire day, you can choose to break up the idle across multiple weeks and do a few hours on one Tuesday and a few hours on another. Offline method. If your console is set to home, you can go offline and set the clock to late midnight Monday to start the idle, but the 24 hours must be idle legitimately. You can't just set the clock forward all day. Once 24 world hours have passed, open up your console guide to go to settings and reconnect online without closing the game, and the achievement should pop shortly after. Okay. So you basically just need to have it open a lot of hours on Tuesday. Too bad I started directly when Wednesday started. God. I started midnight, so I'll have nothing. Okay. But that helps in the sense that we know that it actually has to be done on a Tuesday. So that how that works, good to know. And the speedrun we can try. And don't play for 10 years, you can change your things. Setting world champion, that's the one. I need to know. To get this, you have to go through every single slider and opinion with the settings and go through every single number. I moved every slider to the maximum value and then clicked through to minimum. If you hold down the D-pad, it will begin to skip numbers, so keep clicking. Okay, on this is not good. No, until the numbers have passed, then let's go and hold for another 10, rise, and repeat through every slider. This may not work for some people, but in the clicks are safer. Should enable subtitles and translation labels, as they also have sliders. Make sure to do both the general and audio pages in the settings too. Okay, general field of view, camera sensitivity, subtitle background opacity, enable when with show subtitles, translation label background opacity, enable audio master, narrator, music, sound effect. While I don't have to do it personally and the achievement still popped, some people are suggesting you need to go through every option in the settings too, so change the subtitle size, turning on simplified controls, setting every language, etc. So you may want to do that too, just in case. Okay. Turning every button and changing every language setting at once to add to the achievement. There's a room that unlocks for you to celebrate getting this achievement in one of the new content areas. I won't spell further. Interesting. Okay. So, settings. So my field of view is 60. So let's just start there. And this one is on 5. No. This one. Hover over this one. Just click a little bit of everything. Yeah, keep English. Just do both of that. It was medium, that's fine with me. Let's go up. I thought I did something like this, but I don't think I clicked everything. So this is hopefully it's gonna work. Who knows? Okay. Because you can also hold it like that, but it might skip, someone said. It doesn't look like it's doing it for me though, which is good. 0. Oh no. Okay, let's just... Oh no, that's not what I wanted. Hold on. What? Stop it. This one. Every slider. Let's go. Translation labels. I don't know what that means. Off. Okay, something there's something. Where? Oh, okay. Okay, that was that one. Audio. I am on 80. Let's call it that. Let's select something. Yeah, I should probably turn down the music a little bit, actually. I forgot. I'm gonna... I want to do this to be sure. Did I do that on the last one? I don't know. Okay. This one. Oops.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
I'm gonna keep him at 100 because I want to hear.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. This is the story.
It's gonna take a while. But just to be sure, I want all of the achievements on this game. If I can boot up the first game with this game at the same time, I'll do that. Because both of them has the same achievement.
This is the story.
But I want to
of a
wait
man
until
named
I'm sure I
Stanley.
get the 5-year on the old one, because I have...
This is the
those.
story of a man named Stanley. This is the...
Yeah, no, we're not there anymore, buddy. Get back to me on that one. I'm gonna put these two on 90, I think, while I keep him at 100 and the main on 80. Okay. This is the fun part of this. I'm watching chat though, that way, so if anything happens, I can notice it. 80, 90, there you go. Full first, and then we go all the way down. Oh my god. I ate salmon with potatoes with like butter and garlic powder. I put too much garlic on, I just noticed. It's a long time since I've eaten that. Yeah, I got it. Nice. Woo. Okay. Good thing I looked at the screen. Okay, back to 90. There you go. And 95. Why not? There you go. Okay. Back. Resume. That, I think, though, is all. Because I can't get the achievement. I can try and go through there one more time, but, like, there's no reason to, really. Because I can click on this door because it's fake. Yeah, no, I think that was it. I don't know what else there is to do. Oh,
We've almost got it.
Nice.
Now make the bucket and the copy machine touch again.
Okay. I'm so glad I went in there. Oops.
Finish it off, Stanley. 5 touches of the bucket on door. Yes! We did it!
Ta-da. Oh, we're done.
That felt amazing. You know, not all buckets will get this kind of experience. They won't all know what it's like to slam repeatedly against nearly every door in one section of an office building, or what it's like to be employee 419. Buckets may dream of an experience like this, but few can say they've truly lived it. You've given a bucket hope today. Stanley, I'm very proud of you.
Aw. And with that, we are gonna end it. It's the perfect thing. Perfect time to end. Curse of the Stapler. I'm gonna... Oh, we can try the speedrun though. It's about 4 minutes. Actually, I want to see if we can do this. Oh, God damn it, I didn't watch the clock. Okay, hold on. Because the speedrun, I want to see if it's as easy as I think it is. To get the quickest time possible, you'll need to reach the boss's office 3 to 4 times. You can reach it after the wall opens up, even though either through yourself entering the code or by the narrator telling you to move on. Eventually you'll start to open it as you reach the room. Yeah. So to happen, reset a few more times and you'll start in the corridor just before the 2 door choices. Okay, so it's not that easy. Start in the corridor just before. From there, blitz through the rest of the first run, following the initial path laid out by the narrator. Okay. Going from the blue room start. Make sure you also climb the chair and like jump off a thing. Okay, I want to see how long just the normal run is gonna take us. Plus I can see if there's anything else on the sliders. Okay. Oh, yeah. The Stanley Parable 4, Part 5. Pantry. Baby. Baby crown. Baby choice. Baby champion. Temple of. Legend of Crown. Oh, I have to do Part 5. The Stanley Parable Part 5. Home planet, why not? Perfect. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. It doesn't count with the. Okay. Started it.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Think...
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I'm just gonna do it fast.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
So I want to see how long this actually takes on a normal run. Because after a while he'll
Yet
stop
there was not a single person here
having
either.
you, like,
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go
putting in the
up to his
code?
boss's. Coming to a
And just gonna
staircase,
open the
Stanley
thing for
walked
you?
upstairs to his boss's office.
I don't think I'm there yet.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again
I'm
stunned
gonna
to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief
There.
who. Stanley was in such a rush
No!
to get through the story as quickly as possible.
Okay, reset. No, hold on. Start.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
It's bucket time.
I don't think it takes. I don't think there's any difference on the time thing.
Stanley clutched the bucket
Or maybe there
tightly to
is.
his chest and entered the door on his left.
I shouldn't have taken the bucket. It's fine. Let's see what happens.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever.
Nah, it's fine.
Perhaps his boss's office was coming to a staircase. Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Because I think I was allowed to press it a little quicker when I had the bucket.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, but Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
I'm gonna keep the loading time in, just so I know, like, the max amount of time that it'll take, basically.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
1.5 minutes.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
I'm gonna
The lights
try,
rose
actually.
on an enormous room packed with
Let's
television
see if
screens.
this is
What horrible
quicker way.
secret!
But just as Stanley was about to proceed
This is an
further
ending.
into the mind control facility, he tripped and fell over the railing and into the dark void
2
below.
minutes.
Thankfully, he fell directly onto the
Someone
bucket,
said they had
which
like
safely
5
cushioned
seconds to
his
spare
fall.
on the thing.
Now, what to do next, Stanley
Oh
wondered.
wait, no, the bucket thing here
Stanley
is
and the
taking
bucket could
forever.
find no way out of this enormous pit, and so eventually they decided that the
This one takes forever, actually. Reset, start.
All of
I
his
think it's
co-workers
shorter
were
if
gone.
you don't
What could it mean?
do that.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting
Because
room.
you need to go
Perhaps
through the
he
whole
had
like
simply
the
missed a memo.
story, living thing with the bucket. So I think I'm gonna lose time on that.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on
But
his
I'm gonna
left.
try still and jump off. And then I'm gonna, if that doesn't work, I'm gonna try the other one.
Yet
'Cause
there
that's
was
still
not a
gonna
single
make me
person here
go through the
either.
door.
Feeling a wave
writing
of
in the code,
disbelief,
so
Stanley
hopefully that
decided to go
will
up to his
make it so
boss's
that the
Coming
door
to a
might
staircase,
open.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's
So I
office.
reset a couple of times now, so hopefully soon they will just like open it for me. Please.
Okay, I think we all know the drill
Yes,
by now. Blah,
perfect.
blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad, Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Kill surprise.
That has taken me 1 minute. Loading, 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 loading. Ha, nice. No talking, perfect. Let's go.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind
Just
Control
to figure out to
Facility.
go all the way. Normally. What was that?
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought
Let's
to
see.
himself. Aha!
'Cause this is just
You've
chill, I can
made it
just
to
sit
the
here.
bottom of the mind control facility. Welcome! You see, back when the Stanley Parable first launched in 2013, getting to the bottom of the mind control facility was a bug that we simply didn't catch during development. And you all sent us lots of photos of it on Twitter and acted very superior about it. And you're all very, very clever. Good for you. Anyway, when it came time to update the game,
Hopefully I can
we
still
knew
do
that we
this.
had to do something about this little goof of ours. So here you go. New
2
content.
minutes.
You can call it the bottom of the mind control room ending, if that enhances your perception of the value of these updates. Isn't that what you crave?
I would guess
New
that this should be
content?
the
Always
shortest.
more content, more
Or-
content, more.
Just the turning
And I'm here to give it
off
to you.
the mind control
I'm
thing.
here to make it seem like we really
will
covered every nook and cranny of the
Take
game,
forever to, like,
with
open the
secrets
door
and Easter
for it
eggs.
to get out, and I don't
How
know
about
exactly
this?
where it
We
cuts.
wrote a new piece of music just for this section.
And
You
if you
won't hear it
turn
anywhere else in the
on
game.
the
It's a
mind control thing, that'll-
secret
that
that's
is the
just
section
for
there that
you.
lasts 3
That's how
minutes already.
special you are.
So I'm not gonna
We
be able
call
to
this
make it
track
that.
Good Job, You've Made It to the Bottom of the Mind Control Facility. Well done.
Go downstairs. I will do floating.
Good job, you did it.
Maybe. I don't think so. I don't think I'll
Good
get it.
job.
I should make that
3,
one. I have
2,
3
1.
minutes now.
Good job, you made it to the bottom of the mind control.
Yeah, no, the shortest thing should be just
facility.
following the instructions.
Jumped on the
Because there's a lot
catwalk.
of different
You should have been careful. You should have been careful.
Stuff you meet on the other
Used to
ways.
be a bug, but now
Oh,
it's
no,
an
hold on, if
ending.
you jump,
now
you
it's
were
an
dead.
ending. I believe
That
in
should be
you.
the shortest
I
one.
believe in your ability to cross this barrier. Chase your dreams.
Warehouse.
But railings don't mean anything.
That has to be the shortest
Good job, you did it. Good job, you did it. Good
You can
job,
basically
you
just
did
run
it.
there
Good
and-
job, you did it. Good job,
Not really
you did it.
obstacles.
Good job, you did it.
340.
Good job, you did it. Good job, you did it. Good job, you did it. Good job, you did it.
Come on. Stop. 4 minutes. It didn't do anything. Okay. Do I have to do this like from the game being off? And then turn it on? Hmm. Let's just try reset and then
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Wait, yes? I'm confused. Okay. I'm gonna jump to my death.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to
felt
the
like I
meeting
went the
room,
wrong
and
way,
Stanley
but I
knew
was
it
just
perfectly
following the paths, I
well.
don't know.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. But eager to get
Feels
back
like
to
it's
business,
right there.
Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley
as
was
I
so
know,
bad at following directions,
that's
it's
the
incredible he
quickest
wasn't
to death.
5 years ago.
Dink.
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Okay, so that didn't count either. Okay. Okay, let's quit. Okay. I think I should be able to do it from here. Okay, reset the timer. Begin the game. I'm gonna go straight for that one. Skip.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting
bringing the
room.
bucket.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Because now I properly reset it. I don't know if the
When
boss's
Stanley
door is
came
gonna
to
be
a set
open
of
as
two
last
open
time.
doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by
If
the
this doesn't
employee
work, I'm gonna
lounge
try
first,
once
just to
more
admire it.
to exit the game
Wow.
completely.
Yes, this room.
And then do the boss.
What about eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on
40
his
second
left.
No.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Bye.
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death.
Come on,
Good
give
job,
it.
Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
That took 1 minute, and it still didn't give it to me. Okay, so I need to do it. And to complete it. Okay. I'm just gonna exit. Okay. Reset. Begin the game. I'm just gonna start it immediately. I was a little prematurely starting there. Let's go.
All of his co-workers
gonna
were
bring the
gone.
bucket.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting
bucket.
room. Perhaps he had simply missed
Okay,
a memo.
let's follow through to what he says.
When
This doesn't
Stanley
work,
came to
I
a set
guess
of
I'm
two
gonna have to
open
try
doors,
and
he
get the
entered the
game
door on his left.
completely, and then like do what it says. Maybe, I don't know.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Will do. Okay, please. Aha.
Here's the door, just go.
Yay. Okay. Now we're gonna do what we're supposed to do. I'm gonna keep the time running even though we're in this loading screen because my PC doesn't load that long. So it's just a couple of seconds, and I'm just gonna keep the timer going. So
Stanley
I know
walked
how
straight
much
ahead
time has
through the
gone.
large door
I
that
can't
read
do anything
Mind
faster
Control
than
Facility.
I'm already gonna do so. I'm kind of paranoid every time like door closes behind me.
The lights rose on an enormous
Come on, let me
room packed with
go.
television
I need to go. I need
screens.
to
What
feel
horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself.
1.5 minutes.
Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the
forgot I can
number
use my
of an
mouse to walk.
employee in the building. Stanley's
Wish I could
co-workers.
run, though.
The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen. And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place
Pushing
where
forward on both
freedom
accounts.
meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under
This is
someone's
such a
control
shitty
all this
building.
time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring
So how
job?
can he really
That
see
his
this face? He was
emotions
like-
had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No,
He was?
he refused to believe it. He
Telescope?
couldn't accept it. His
like the
own
smaller
life
version of a
in
telescope.
someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls
240?
labeled with emotions. Happy or sad
Right here.
or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this...
2 minutes. I can't say anything.
blackness and a rising chill of
Come on, I'm
uncertainty.
down.
Was it
Stress.
over?
I beat it. Let me go. Let me go.
Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine.
3:30.
Unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away.
I hope so.
And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened,
No, it's super
Stanley
slow.
reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved.
Revive.
Where had his
I have
co-workers
solved. I
gone?
know that.
How
I
had he
solved.
been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold?
Apparently the narrative
But
wants
as
us to have
sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand,
10 seconds.
but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or
I have
how
a couple
to
more
feel.
seconds in the
Whatever
Samsung
life he lives,
loading
it
screens.
will be his.
420.
And that was all he needed to know.
Let me go.
It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
430.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way,
I don't think
right now, that things
You
were
need
meant
to
to happen.
spawn
And Stanley was happy.
in another area. That's the thing. Because I'm spawning in the wrong area. That's 5 minutes. Oh. Let's see what happens.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Didn't start time. I don't know what's happening.
Yet there was not a single person here
I stood
either.
still for a couple seconds.
Feeling
that
a
might
wave
have
of
killed
disbelief,
my run, but
Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Here's the door, just go.
I'm so defeated. I don't know if this counts. I don't know. I'm just gonna try. It doesn't hurt to try. This button. I'm just gonna use my mouse.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
50 seconds.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Better. Because I ain't got no damn weaklings.
Now the monitors jumped to life,
me
their
go.
true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen.
the time?
And
I need to actually
Stanley,
go to bed.
one of them,
Not too bad an hour,
eternally
'cause I'm going
monitored in
tomorrow.
this place where
I have
freedom
plans
meant
tomorrow.
nothing.
Yet.
This mind control
Makes me
facility,
nervous every
it
time
was
I
too
did it,
horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His
Cameras in
own
22
life in
seconds.
someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it?
You just
Was it
saved,
even
like, a
possible?
minute
Had he
almost.
truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation.
2 minutes now.
Controls labeled with emotions. Happy
I don't think
or
I'm
sad
close
or
enough.
content. Walking, eating, working.
gonna try and
All
read
of
it
it
again
monitored and
whenever-
commanded
after
from
I
this
press this and I
very
need to wait
place.
for it to
And as the cold reality
down
of his
anyway.
past began to sink in, Stanley decided...
Possible you need to reach the boss's office 3-4 times. You can reset after the wall opens up. Even
blackness and
either
a rising
the
chill of
process
uncertainty.
entering or by the narrator telling you.
Was it over?
Eventually, he'll start to open it. Well, once this starts to happen, reset a few more times
Yes.
and you'll start in
He
the
had
corridor
won.
just before
He
the
had
two
defeated the
door close.
machine,
what I did
unshackled
now.
himself from someone
Never see the
else's
rest of the first
command.
round following
Freedom
the
was
password
mere
of the
moments
Okay.
away. And
So
yet,
that is what we did now, actually.
even as the immense door slowly opened,
So
Stanley
hopefully
reflected on how many
I
puzzles
didn't
still
spend
lay
too much time
unsolved.
just
Where
lingering.
had his co-workers
So I thought it was
gone?
the red
How
and
had he
blue door.
been freed from the
Or did I think
machine's
so?
grasp?
Okay, we have a minute.
What other mysteries did this
Actually
strange
less,
building
'cause
hold?
I started the timer
But
early.
as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none
Guess
of
was
this
focusing on
mattered to
moving
him.
instead of
For
timing
it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth
Over
knowing.
4 minutes.
Stanley stepped through the open door.
Yes,
Stanley
Peter,
felt the
got it.
cool breeze upon his skin,
Okay.
the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
And with that, we're gonna end this. We have gotten all the achievements I could get, and I'm not gonna let the PC stay on for Tuesdays. But yeah, that is gonna be it for now for the Stanley Parable Part 5 Home Planet. It's super creepy. We didn't do this scene, but that's fine. But yeah, I'm gonna end it there. So thank you everyone so much for watching. If anyone was there, I don't think so, but anyway, I had fun still. I really enjoy the game and I still have fun in it. And if there's, I don't think there's much more I'm missing, so I'm just gonna have it like all in the background on the Tuesdays and whatnot. Just, I don't. But yeah, I'm gonna end this here. I'm gonna be awake for a little bit more, but I'm gonna have to go to bed in not too long. I don't want to, because my dreams last night was horrible, and I don't want to do it again. But anyway, I'm gonna end this here. So thank you everyone so much for watching. I'm gonna be back again tomorrow as always, and I hope you guys all enjoyed this. And I hope I will see you all in the next video. Bye everybody. Good night, and sleep tight.